Alright, folks, here we go. This is it for Quantic. They are bringing out Hyun for the third time because, well, what bloody choice do they have? Evidently, Terran can't deal with this. Hyun has got to figure this build out right the hell now, otherwise this will be an all-kill for Karont3 Esports Club, and what a great start that would be for them. I mean, they're already one series up convincingly against Millennium. Taking out Quantic as well that convincingly with an all-kill, that would be incredible for them. Here it is, the last hope. Will it be third time lucky for Quantic's Hyun? He is in the red trunks playing Zerg to the northeast of Kesper Neoplanet S versus his opponent, Lucifron, aka Mr. Hellbat, Signor Hellbat, I believe, is probably the more accurate description of this particular guy. He is in the blue trunks playing Terran to the southwest. What a monstrous man. Same build every time. It works. I mean, it just works. There's no question about it. Why would you vary your builds up? He has had some variants, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He has been changing a few things up, like he's gone Hellbats prior to CC, he's gone CC before Hellbats, and so on and so forth. But his ultimate idea is this. Play mech, drop Hellbats, transition into tank, Hellbat Thor, and win. He doesn't really play with Widow Mines. He has built a couple for defensive purposes. He doesn't really care about them. And he hasn't really been played with Bio at all. Interesting. I mean, it's a good style. It clearly works. There was most likely a way to shut this down, but it evidently has not been discovered as of yet. You know, my thoughts were, you can shut it down if you've got enough Spire. Another thought is, if you happen to be Hyun, you've got great Queen micro, you've got good Roach control, you can do it too. The problem is that Hyun intended to turn around and basically kill his opponent, and he didn't. Yeah? He pushed with Roaches, he killed a supply depot, and then left. I feel maybe if that timing had hit earlier, when there was only one tank, that could be the answer. You hit a timing where there's only one tank out, and there's like a couple of unupgraded Marines, maybe a couple of Hellbats, and you hit it hard with a Roach Warren. Maybe you just don't get speed Roaches, you just go for it. You don't even wait for 1-1, you just hit with a Roach timing, or maybe a Ling Baneling all-in or something along those lines. Just a bust to do damage and take out that natural, and then you have problems really maintaining that drop aggression. That's a possibility. Yeah, but that's just a theory. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know anywhere near as well as any of these guys, that I'll tell you for a fact, so... Alright, what we're going to see from Lucifron? Well, you know, it would be very surprising not to see Hellbats. Admittedly, he has gone for a gasless expansion. This could still mean later Hellbats. It would be really weird if you vary things up right now, but mind games, ladies and gentlemen, mind games. In a series like this, if all you've done the entire series is go Hellbats, especially twice against the same guy, then yeah, varying it up might be a good idea. But then again, you're also varying it up against Hyun, who, like, murders everybody. Most of the time. Apparently, he doesn't murder Hellbats, though. Link speed coming out very, very early on here from Hyun. Always nice to see. Going to get some map control there quite easily, and any kind of early Hellion aggression will be shut down. Still no gas from Lucifron. And double barracks. It's a different build. But it could be later Hellbats. This is actually a complete throw here for Hyun. Unless he scouts this. I mean, this Overlord has already been caught out of position. Lucifron actually on the ball here with his Marines. Like, he finds that Overlord so quickly and does a huge amount of damage to it, so that when it does come in, it'll be way easier to defend. It also delays it to make sure that it can't actually get in to scout what's coming. And he's playing Bio right now. I mean, funnily enough, even though you see these racks coming down, there is still a build which allows you to transition into mech off of this. I'm just saying, Lucifron likes his Hellbats. So it could be, but with Tech Labs coming down, he may just be playing very standard Bio play against his opponent. And does Hyun have a read on it? Well, Hyun just saw 4 Marines. It's like, well, he could have 4 Marines by now. Yeah, he could. These barracks only just finished. It's not especially unusual. So, what is Hyun thinking at this stage? He's got good Overlord spread coming out. He knows about the expansion. He knows about the timing of the expansion. If he sees a large swell of Marines at the front, then he's suddenly going to figure out, right, this is not Hellbats. Because if you have that many Marines, then that means you have more barracks than you should have. He also hasn't seen the scouting barracks coming out yet, which would be something that would give a very big warning to Hyun. Scouting barracks has been used by Lucifron repeatedly, and if these Overlords were to spot it, then that's a clear tell that it's going to be a Hellbat drop. Alright, so the question is, what does Hyun do? Well, Hyun's going pretty early lane, he's going 4 gas. Could still be that Swarm Host build, could be Mutas. If it is Mutas, then Hyun may have been played here. And the reason I say that is simply because if Lucifron gets enough Marines out, and Lucifron has good control, then Mutalisks are going to be fairly easy to deal with. But Burrow's coming in from Hyun. This is an interesting choice. Straight in Infestation Pit. So we may see Infestor harass, but it's more likely that we will see Swarm Host. The strange thing is getting Swarm Host and Burrow. Why do you do that? I mean, usually if you see Burrow coming out right now in an Infestation Pit, you're thinking it's for Infestors. Yeah? But we'll see. We will see. Lucifer's now rolling out. This has been spotted by Hyun. He knows what's coming. This is going to be a Marine Shield timing to do a reasonable amount of damage. And it could work. I mean, the thing is there is no... Is there a Baneling Nest? There is no Baneling Nest. No Baneling Nest. Yeah, this could actually work pretty damn well. Lings are not going to be that effective against this. Obviously, it doesn't have stim, but it's pretty good. Creep Spread is not that crazy. Lucifer actually decides to turn around, which is very surprising. What does he know? Actually, nothing. That's weird. That's kind of weird. He could have actually gone in there. I guess he just doesn't want to be flanked. He's a little bit worried about the creep spread. It's just so strange that Lucifer would simply pick up, turn around, and leave. Against only Lings, he could have done damage here. Pathogen Glands coming out right now. So with Burrow, yeah, we will, of course, be seeing Infestors. What kind of damage will he be able to do with it? Lucifron does not know about the Infestation Pit. He does not know about the gas. Third base now coming down for Hyun. This could be dangerous. Unless... maybe I'm thinking too much into this. Unless it is a fake. Just like, oh god, I'm going to show this force on creep. This is what I'm doing. And then not do that. Think, I'm going to go frontal aggression and instead go drop. Stim on the way out. Lings on the way out. Infestors on the way out. Ling Infestor. Absolutely fine play, especially if he has a Baneling Nest. The weird thing is he doesn't. Like, if you look at the structures here. No Baneling Nest for Hyun. Usually you combo a Baneling Nest in with this because, of course, the Lings come around the back, they lock them in place, the Banelings come in and do huge damage, and you can also use Fungal Growth. It's just wonderful. It's a fantastic combo. Scan goes down, and it does not see a lot. It sees Hatchery, sees Lair, sees Queens. The Infestors don't pop out, so he has no idea. He's still not sure what he's up against. This could be nasty here for Lucifron. Hyun is starting to posture. He's preparing. Lucifron does have a good army. He's got a big army. I mean, army supply-wise, that's a scary army. Infestors could shut it down, but only if they do well. Baneling Nest is on the way. That means no Baneling speed. Lucifron rolls out here and attacks the third base. Then maybe he kills it. Depends on how good the Fungals are. Now, Burrow is also available, as we did mention. Currently, there are no... Here are the Infestors. There we go. I'd say, does he try and get into the main with them? Does he try and get into the natural with them? But right now, he's kind of forced into a defensive position because Lucifer has this big, scary army coming in with +1, Stim, and a Marine Shield. Oh, that scan! And that actually reveals a lot. The scan went down to actually handle... Oh, he's moving into position right now. He wants to get another scan. He kind of knows what's here. Another scan comes down, misses the Infestors, but there's the Fungal Growth. Hits the front, no Banelings to follow it up, though, so that actually doesn't do anything. That Infestor's going to get caught out of position completely. Lucifron's still looking pretty good. There's the Unburrow, another Infestor kill pretty much immediately. A couple of good Fungal Growths going off, so some damage is going to be done here. Lucifron being slowed down but not killed. Infestors are going to die. That's an expensive defense here, and Lucifron is continuing to push. This third base is under dire threat here. Baneling's on the way, but no Baneling speed. Lucifron with a contingent at the back here to try and deal with these Infestors as they come up. As soon as they pop up, Lucifron's going to shoot them as quickly as he can, but Lucifron not quick enough on the response time right there. He gets fungled, not chained, however. Lings coming in, Banelings are going to connect with the Marauders at the back, and still going to try and take this base down. It is dead, and he's going to get out of there pretty much immediately. The Fungal misses the Medevac only just, and is able to get out of there. Hyun has actually hit all of his stuff up to the top here. That third base is now dead. That's a pretty big strike here. Admittedly, Lucifron invested quite a lot to make that happen. But, on the flip side, Hyun lost a lot. Workers-wise, not a lot, but Infestors, a lot. And here comes a drop here as well. Nicely shut down here by Hyun. Baneling's in the mix now to try and help deal with that. Baneling's speed now on the way for Hyun as well. Enter the dramatic music. Just realized that we didn't have it running. Lucifron shuts down another Overlord. He's going to push it again towards the third and deny it. He already has his own third base, but he can't deploy it because Hyun's been a smart aleck down here, and he's placed his Zergling to make sure that won't happen, forcing another scan out, and he also knows about the timing of the third base. In comes another drop, nicely shut down there by the Ling and Infestor Baneling composition, and a bit slow there. Oh, wow, Lucifron gets away somehow, some way. Third is shut down again, forcing another cancel. Lucifron with a nice play right there. When is the Hellbats transition? It's not going to happen. He's not going to use Hellbats. But he is going to use Winter Mines. And comes another drop right now. Going to take out a couple of queens here quite handily, but the response time from Hyun should be pretty good. Nice use of the Infestor right there to lock down the remaining force here. Some aggression coming in. This third base is going to be quite difficult to defend now, I feel, because Hyun's going to try and do something with it. But the problem is, Lucifron actually did a reasonable amount of damage there. He killed queens. He didn't really kill workers, but he caused problems for his opponent. He also forced the Infestors to stay in the base. Lucifron drops, and he sees nothing. In comes a bit. Oh, wow, he let him in! Oh, no, did Lucifron just make a critical error? Lings are in the natural expansion. That shouldn't have happened. Widow Mines didn't get deployed at all. Baneling is almost connecting. Lucifron with a good lift here, but the Ling run-by should not have got through there. That wall-off should have stopped that completely, and it didn't. And now the Ling run-by coming to the third base as well. Lucifron makes a mistake, and Hyun pounces. Lots of damage coming out here. This is devastating to the economy of Lucifron. Thankfully, Lucifron is the kind of player that builds a ton of SCVs and plays with a very small army count, but that was not nice. That was the first really decisive move that Hyun has made this game and kills 22 workers. Absolutely wonderful. Scan comes out. It's not going to be enough, I don't think, to catch this. So that was kind of wasted. This Ling run-by has devastated the third. He even takes out some extractors. And suddenly, Hyun is in a really good spot. Drops from Lucifron again, shut down left, right, and center. Hyun is looking good right now. Playing against a more traditional style, Hyun is absolutely comfortable. And I kind of bet that Lucifron is thinking, you know what would have really been good here? Yeah, Hellbats. Yeah, you're right, they kind of would have. But now, Hyun is in a good spot. He's still behind in terms of his army supply, don't get me wrong. I mean, Lucifron's got a big army. Very scary army. Oh, that Baneling's gonna connect! More damage being taken in. Great use of the Infestor right now by Hyun. Something, of course, he was known for in Wings of Liberty. Not as good a unit now, but still pretty damn effective. Lucifron still sitting on a larger army, though. I mean, there's really no units on the field aside from Lings here. I would like to see actually adding a few Hellbats into this composition. Yeah, I know, right? But adding a few Hellbats into the composition to deal with the large amount of Lings, because Hyun is playing Ling, Baneling, and Infestor, and Hellbats would be wonderful against pretty much all of those things. But he hasn't decided to do that. He's mostly building Widow Mines for defense. Oh no! Hyun is going in again! Thankfully, Lucifron was in a good default position to actually handle that. A few fungals going off here and there. Really not that energy efficient. Losing some Infestors in the process as well. But Hyun is able to establish his fourth base now. Here comes another big Ling run by. Looking for the third here. The wall-off is complete, but there is no defense. A couple of Banelings would easily knock that down, so he's got to watch out. A lot of Widow Mines coming out. Lucifron looking for the big defensive plays. A couple of Lings taken out quite handily there. Lucifron, nice lockdown on the third base here. Another drop comes in. Hyun is on top of it. Looking to try and make his way forward here. Baneling run-by comes in and hits that mineral line on the natural. Once again, 42 workers killed right now. Somehow he's still ahead in workers. How? Who the hell knows? Lucifron never stops building SCVs. Now, the push is coming out. Lucifron has a pretty good army here. But he's going to have to fight against a lot of speed Banelings. A few Infestors here and there. Continues to move forward. Baneling's at the front. Needs to get a good split. If he doesn't get a good split, the surround comes in. This crashes in. Decent split here. Not great. And the Widow Mine actually ends up killing more Marines than it does Lings. Widow Mines, they're trying to burrow down, and the scan comes off, and it does not hit the Infestors. Hyun with the good control there. And another fungal growth goes down. And Lucifron's aggression is being blunted here repeatedly. He's got to do economic damage. Oh no, he's bored right in the center of the Infestors, and it doesn't hit the Infestors. It actually hits the Lings instead. That would have been nasty. Look at how low all of these are. One fungal growth would actually kill about 50 medevacs here. Hyun really wants it. He's not able to make it connect. In the meantime, Ling run-by hits the third base again. Yet more damage being done. 64 workers killed right now. Lucifron is falling very far behind. His aggression is being blunted at every turn here by Hyun. Lucifron going in with completely... I mean, one hit is all it takes here. One fungal kills all of those medevacs except for this one at the side here. That's insane. The fact that he's still using these medevacs, considering they're so low on health, is pretty crazy. But he's still got Widow Mines. A couple of good Widow Mine hits here would work very, very well. Baneling's coming in. They get a good hit off here as well. Third base now under threat. Got to place those Widow Mines in a careful position. Not in the middle of the Marines. Last place you want to put them here. Infestor comes out. Oh, that fungal growth was nasty. Took out half the medevacs. Good number of Lings come in to clean this up. And it looks like he's not going to get the fourth. And he had to. He had to get that 4th base. And if he didn't get it, which he certainly did not, then he's going to be in trouble. He's still continuing with the push right here, trying to take down the infestors. More reinforcements coming in from the back. His economy has been devastated. He's down to 47 SCVs. He's got to kill this 4th base. But he's not going to be let. It's not going to happen unless Hyun finally might fall down here and lose the 4th. But I don't know, more Lings are coming in. We'll see. Another sting comes in. Luciferon trying to take it down. More damage coming in, trying to defend as best he can. Another infested Terran comes out. Thankfully not a fungal growth. That would have been way, way more damaging. Reinforcements continue to come in. Lots of great Widowmine placement here to deal with the reinforcements. And down goes the 4th. Finally, Luciferon hammers it down. Hyun not able to defend, but he's still on a good amount of bases. Will Hyun still lose it from this position? He could. Luciferon is starting to stabilize. The mules are helping out a lot. He's mining hard from this base. He's continuing to push with his bio-mine composition. Good upgrades, too. Something we should probably mention. 2-2 versus 3-2. More damage coming in. Can Hyun gather enough to stop this? Can he kill the rest of the medevacs? There's still 9 on the field, even if they're mostly being kept together by duct tape and spit. Luciferon pushing towards the natural expansion. A huge number. Oh, wow, there's detonation coming down. A huge number of these Widow Mines in position as well. They've now been detected, popping off left, right, and center. Oh. That's just mean. That is just mean. Hyun is on 74 supply. Bio-mine composition for Luciferon is looking good. Even though all his lane run-bys did a huge amount of damage, he wasn't able to effectively kill this army. Yeah, the person that's imbalanced is Luciferon. That I'll tell you for a fact. Hyun is struggling hard here. Luciferon with the stim. Goes in. Takes out more gas. Very badly injured Marines and Marauders. Very badly injured. Ling run by. In position now to gut the 3rd. Should do some damage. No real doubt about that. If he's not quick enough. But, no. He's getting in there. I mean, look at this. 79 workers killed. Luciferon is still winning. How does that happen? This is going to turn into a very weird low economy game. 34 SCVs, 6 mines, 38 Marines and Marauder, and a few medevacs, versus what Hyun has got, which is like a couple of infestors, some Lings. If Luciferon is able to prepare for the final push and effectively do it without taking too much damage from fungal growth, he could win the game right here. But it's still quite close. A 4th base has been established. Luciferon needs to consider getting a planetary here, which is exactly what he's done. Because, of course, this was an orbital. Oh, the deployment comes in, and it's gonna hit the Lings. Oh, wow, that is why Widow Mines are sometimes kind of dangerous. It actually killed a bunch of workers as well. It's like, Widow Mines are... They're pretty lethal to everything. They do not discriminate. Half the... He lost like 2 mules from that as well. That was dangerous. In comes the aggression. The planetary's not done yet. Huge amount of infested Terrans deployed. No defense available right here. He's got to repair that planetary. Planetary is now operational. Upgrades are not actually in effect here for the infested Terrans, so they're not going to be doing that much damage. He will be able to fungal that mineral line, but this is going to get cleaned up without this going down. Extremely important that Luciferon was able to do that. In the meantime, a couple of burrowed Lings ready here to do some damage. They could, of course, trick the Widow Mines into hitting the mineral line. 28 SCVs now. Luciferon relying on mules. Drop comes in. This 3rd base is pretty much everything that Hyun has. The natural has been taken out. There's nothing remaining for mining aside from gas. The push has got to happen on this 3rd. If this 3rd dies, bearing in mind this is a massively oversaturated 3rd, whereas Luciferon has mules, he's got SCVs, he's got 2 bases he can really mine from effectively. Got to watch out for those Widow Mines! These guys need to be fired as traitors. Seriously, they need to be guillotined right now. Luciferon comes in for the push. So many infestors on the field for Hyun, but they're very low energy. These are pretty much dead units right now. Luciferon needs to kill him right now. If he doesn't effectively kill him, he's going to be in a horrible spot. Hyun pushing forward. Lots more detonations here. A couple of fungals here and there. Good splitting coming out here. And the remaining Banelings are going down. Still a few Marines left on the field. Possibly enough to kill these infestors. If he's able to get some more reinforcements in and maybe get some mines into this push, then he might be able to finish this off. This is a really close game right now. Hyun is playing catch-up, and he's doing pretty well at it. He still has that 3rd base operational, mining a lot from it, but he is oversaturated. Great use of the afterburner here to dodge, weave, dodge, duck, dive, and possibly dodge once more. Hyun's natural expansion is still alive, but to what end? He's not mining from it. He's only got this little patch here. This 3rd base is really all Hyun has got. More run-bys coming in. Ling run-bys coming into position. Are we going to see the same crap happen? Well, thankfully not in this case. That one actually didn't go off for some reason. I thought it would have. More Marines now coming to clean this up. Oh, wow, massive Infested Terran attack right now on the Planetary Fortress. And Infestor gets gutted. Repairs should come in, though. Unless he's able to get another Fungal out, he should be able to hold up against this. If he's scanned, he could actually kill so many Infestors here. Now bringing in the Marines to try and deal with this. Oh, it's coming very close. Planetary Fortress is not getting repaired. Fast enough, Planetary goes down. Crucial play here by Hyun. He could even lose this, actually. This is burning down right now. Can Hyun really come back? Finally, for the first time seen in this game, the Terran player's behind in supply. There's only 16 SCVs. Hyun has played heroically this game. And he looks like he might be able to take this. He is still only mining from one base, and it's the most ridiculously oversaturated base in a million years. It's got like 40 workers on it. If he loses this, if he doesn't repair this orbital, this is gonna suck. He's gotta repair it. He lifts it. He lifts. Alright. Okay, Lucifer still has an army. 31 Marines and 8 of these Widow Mines. But there's a lot of Infestors. A lot of Infestors. And nice use of the burrow play there, forcing yet another scan out. Something that Lucifer really can't afford. He wanted that to be a mule. He needed that to be a mule. Hyun takes a 4th base hidden up to the top here. The Planetary was overwhelmed by Infested Terran firepower. Lucifron, I think now with his final push. If he doesn't kill Hyun now, which he could, but it's looking progressively less likely. In fact, I don't know if he can. I mean, with another Swallow Lings out, another attack on this orbital, I think Hyun's got this. I think Hyun has finally managed to break the Terran hero from Karont3. Lucifron with potential final push right now. There's the Widow Mines deployed. Medevac's getting hit. Ling's coming in right now. He saves a lot of his Marines at the back here, but Hyun is not stupid enough to run into that Widow Mine line. No drilling claws available either, so he can't really use these Widow Mines effectively in burrow combat. 3 SCVs. This is it. All or nothing right now for Lucifron. That ends up... Wow, nice control actually by Hyun. He made the Widow Mine actually hit the Marines as well. This army is getting torn to pieces, and I think this is going to be it. I think Hyun is going to take this back and start the road to the reverse all kill. And that's going to be an overwhelming attack. Hyun destroys that aggression. 30 supply to 97. It's now, of course, time, I think, for Lucifron to tap out. There's nothing he can do right here. GG, and there it is. Hyun, 3rd time lucky, revived and then brought out for the ace match, is able to start the long and dangerous road to the reverse all kill. And bear in mind, Lucifron could be brought back twice again. He could just go right back for that Hellbat drop build. Hyun deals with the more traditional Wings of Liberty style quite nicely, the Biomine style that's now been, you know, it used to be just Marine Marauder Medevac. It's now Marine Marauder Mine Medevac, which is very, very nice. Delicious. Alright, well, who gets sent out next? Do we see Vortex sent out to snipe ZVZ? That might work. There's plenty of options here for Karont3, so we could see Soke come out, of course, to engage in a long PVZ macro game. We will find out very soon. Finally, Quantic is able to put one on the board, but it's still such a hard road now for Hyun. He is the only one left, and he has got to beat the entirety of Karont3. He's got to win 4 more maps in a row. I mean, hell, Karont3 can just cheese here. They could cheese 2 games and still have a map in hand. It's insane when you think about it. Alright, folks, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.